Okay, multiplying and dividing. This is still section 3-4. So let me write that, just in case you're looking at this out of order. This is still from section 3-4. All right, multiplying and dividing are a lot easier. You're going to multiply the multipliers, and you multiply the exponents. You don't need to change anything, which is really nice. So, if I have a number like 2.9 times 10 to the 5th, and I multiply that by 2.1 times 10 to the 4th, I take my multipliers, I underline those in green, and I multiply them together. I take my exponents, I underline those in red, and I multiply those together. So in this case, 2.9 times 2.1 is 6.09. And remember, when you multiply exponents, you add them. So 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 4th is going to be 10 to the 5th plus 5 plus 4. So my answer is 6.09 times 10 to the 9th. Multiply, multiply. That one's a lot easier. So you go ahead and you try this. All right, so what about dividing? Dividing is the same thing. You're going to divide the multipliers, and you're going to divide the exponents. So here I have 2.025 times 10 to the 14th divided by 2.25 times 10 to the 8th. So I take my multipliers, which I didn't underline this time. It's at 2.025, 2.25, and I divide them. Now I divide the first one by the second, just like it's written up here. 2.025 divided by 2.25. And I'm going to multiply that by my exponents, but my exponents are divided. So over here I have 10 to the 14th. Over here I have 10 to the 8th. So 10 to the 14th goes on top, 10 to the 8th goes on bottom. So my answer becomes 0.9, is what happens when I divide there, times 10 to the 14 minus 8, which becomes 10 to the 6th. Now remember, we need to write this in scientific notation, and my decimal's over here. I don't want my decimal there, I want one number to the left of my decimal. So what do I have to do? I have to move it one space to the right. If I move it one space to the right, my exponent gets smaller, and so I go from 6 to 5. So my answer is 9 times 10 to the 5th. All right, now you try this. Now I know I have negatives. Now remember, whether it's a negative exponent or a positive exponent, it follows the same rules.